Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Glow Sun Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is. We talk combat, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. Welcome to another episode. We appreciate you guys. I am 1/4 of your, host here. I go by the name of King. Also, I have my fellow teammates here, tag teammates, Stable. We talk combats. First Queen, what up, babe? How are you today? It's not technical difficulties this time, y'all. I got you. You muted, though. Go ahead. I hear you.
No, I had muted it and then you remuted it. But Lang, you bum. It was a good long week of wrestling, and I managed to watch every wrestling product this week, which is an accomplishment for me. And I got a lot of comments and commentary of things I want to talk about today. But how are you doing?
I am wonderful. We had Elimination Chamber. I really want to get to that, talk about it, and review it. But Travis, how are you today, bro?
I'm good. How is everybody? It's good. The global yard, the champ.
You know, we're glowing like Ricky Saints, your favorite wrestler. And BA, you, bro, how are you today, bro? Rocking the brand new We Talk Combats. No, we're not gonna run that back. I'm gonna mute you. Actually, the rocking the We Talk Combat shirt. How you feeling today, bro?
Nah, I feel wonderful, but you can run it back for me because I do have the merch on. You feel me? Feeling real nice. It's a nice quality t-shirt right here. I'm gonna go ahead on and sell that right now.
That's a good looking shirt. That's a nice shirt.
That's a nice shirt.
Boy, you look good.
Yes,
with the glossing on the side. With the glossing on the side.
Sir. And if you're new around here, do us a favor, y'all. Hit the like button so that other folks know about this fire.
Yeah, you got that shit on.
Also, hit the notification bell and subscribe if you're brand new around here. We have shows every Sunday afternoon, usually around 3 p.m. But color folks, so hit that notification bell so you're always in the know. We have watch-alongs as well, damn near every day. So we do, like I said, review show on Sundays for all WWE product, including some TNA, also NXT. And then we have watch-alongs, like I say, every day of the week other than Sundays. So come on over here, join us, follow our socials, Discord especially, because we have the watch-along, the actual watch-along, live watch-alongs over on Discord where you can see the video and all, but we can't put it over here for copyright reasons. But other than that, since my guy BA has the merch on and said run it back like Jey Uso would do, check us out. Yes, sir. Our merch there will be available to everyone pretty soon. But if you're interested, hit us up on any of our socials or on our email, anything like that. We'll send you the link where you can go and support the channel. We appreciate you so much. Lastly, while you're at it, follow our other channel, We Talk Combat Clips, so we have all the condensed versions of the show. I drop shorts over there daily. So if you're interested in the short versions of the show, go over there, give us a like, subscribe, and all that stuff over there as well. But breakdown of the show, we give y'all highs and lows, a simple review. We give a letter grade of the product of the week. We usually get some tea if there's some news and information that you guys need to know. And at the end of the show, if you're interested, please hit us up with the @ WTC. Questions and comments, we get to all of them as long as they're respectful. If they're simple, hi, hello, hey, or whatever like that, we'll definitely get to them. Like I said, as long as they're respectful, just please hit us up. We're very interactive on the show. We appreciate all you guys. And let's get to the show. Another week of WWE product, y'all. WWE. First, we had Monday Night Raw. Our guy AJ Styles officially retired, I guess. Dropped his gloves off in the Atlanta ring and had a special moment for him, farewell. And then Undertaker came out and told him that he was going into the Hall of Fame. So it's headlined, this 2026 Hall of Fame is headlined by AJ Styles and Stephanie McMahon so far. So we'll get into that. Excuse me. NXT. Travis Boy Miles Bourne won the North American Championship from Ethan Page finally. Ethan Page, I think, almost was the longest running North American champion ever. Finally lost his belt and all. So we'll talk about that and more. Over on Evolve, we had our girl Callie Armstrong return. She had a match against Wendy Chu. We'll talk about that and more. On Impact, the first match of the night was Mike Santana and Leon Slater versus the Nemeth brothers. We'll talk about that and more. On SmackDown, shout out to our girl Lash Legend. Her and Nia Jax, the Irresistible Forces, won the Women's Tag Team Championship. This is Lash Legend's first title, I think, just altogether. So shout out to Lash Legend. We'll get to that and more. We also had AAA over the weekend, Lucha Libre Worldwide. Our guy, El Grande Americano, qualified for the Rey de Reyes chance for a championship opportunity. So we'll talk about that and more. And then we'll get to the Elimination Chamber as well, where we had Randy Orton winning the males Elimination Chamber, Rhea Ripley winning the females Elimination Chamber. What is it? AJ Lee is your new women's Intercontinental Champion. She's beaten Becky Lynch. And then we had CM Punk retaining his men's World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. So I'll go around the room one by one and get everybody's opinion. We'll start with you, babe. I'm sorry about that. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what was your overall letter grade, babe?
So I know that I've been lacking the past few weeks of not watching all of the shows. So I actually really made an attempt to try and watch every one of the shows this week, so I could kind of find out who is in the know, who's coming up, who's like falling off, and all that stuff. So we can start with Raw. So like you said, yeah, we had AJ Styles finding out that he's going to go into the Hall of Fame. Like the Undertaker played his American Cowboy music, and it was crazy because at first people like got excited, but then you could like hear audibly people like stop for a second, like, why are you playing Kid Rock? Like, so at the end of the day, people want to keep sports out of politics and politics out of sports, but they always still intersect. People know, people pay attention. That's part of why we do this show, to discuss things that matter to us, which are a lot of Black issues. So a lot of people feel the type of way about that and about who's the owners of the WWE product. Moving on though, from not being political, so he go in the Hall of Fame, finally put his gloves out. That was cool. We also had some Gunther stuff going on. Didn't really care much about that. Brock came. They announced the days that he's going to be around before WrestleMania. And it's kind of disappointing, though. Like, I see that they're trying to build up attention for Brock going to be at WrestleMania, but it's like, I kind of don't really want to see him at WrestleMania. No offense. That like whole spot that they're going to develop could go to somebody else. Like I just feel like right now we have so many like new and up and coming talent and talent that's been around that really could use this as a moment to shine, and that Brock has had plenty of opportunities to shine over the years. I don't think we need it. Moving on though, moving on. Bronson Reed got hurt, so that kind of messed up stuff for the whole vision plan. So that went on. So like, prayers up to Bronson Reed. That's crazy though, because everybody basically besides Logan Paul and Austin Theory have been injured basically within 6 months of being a member of the Vision. So we got that going on. But yeah, Raw, it was Raw. It was as lame as it kind of normally is, but it was long as hell. Like it was so long because the AJ Styles thing. Like I started trying to go to sleep halfway through because it was so boring. Like it was just kind of the same old, same old, same old. So now because Bronson Reed is out, they put Jey Uso in at the last minute to be in the Elimination Chamber. So that's what I went on with Raw. It was whatever. Evolve actually was all right. So I got to see like Tyra May and Callie Armstrong. So that was kind of cool. And then somebody else got called up. I hadn't really seen a lot of Callie Armstrong's actual performances, though I've seen on groups on Facebook. Like one of them is like a part of, and as well as the African American Infinity Wrestling group. They've talked a lot about Callie Armstrong, and once I saw her, I was like, yeah, she's got a good physique. Like she definitely has like a good physique. You can tell she probably could ball too. Tyra May, she had a little bit of a speech impediment, but she definitely would fit in with like the Clark Gables and all them with their little their whole "we are real wrestlers" spiel that they got going on. And I know she's an Olympian too, so shout out to her. TNA, I kind of was boring, not gonna lie to you. The main real thing that I noticed was Jada Stone. I hadn't really seen her before. She was another person that I've seen talked about online, so it was interesting to see her. We had some matches, we had some stuff. Who cares? We can move on to NXT. Now NXT, I watched a lot more of. I got to see my man Keanu Carver came out. I know Miles Borneo got the championship as well, but I kind of feel like, I feel like I understand why they were doing it, and I see that he probably has a call up too soon. Ethan Page apparently has been having the worst week ever because he had lost his championship as well this week. Which kind of became a funny, it became a storyline between all the WWE product. Like people were talking about it, and I was like, oh, okay. That like King said that he thinks that Ethan Page about to get a call up, and I think so too because all of a sudden, like I feel like on SmackDown they said talked about it for like a quick second, as well as on Elimination Chamber they like talked about it as well. So Soul actually got her ass beat by Zarya. Like Zarya threw her ass around, which we kind of saw the buildup of that too. And I like how they integrated the jealousy of her being at Royal Rumble and like some other stuff as part of the fuel for the storyline. So I feel like the story might go far. Like I'm not gonna lie and say I'm like really inherently invested, but there are aspects to be invested in. Like they put on a good little rouse there for a second between each other. And then as well, I saw SmackDown. Now SmackDown, I thought was pretty good. I feel like it had some moments though, but most importantly, we started out with everybody was gonna basically be in the elimination chamber, running little quick promos and talking shit to each other. And I actually really enjoyed that. So you got to see everybody come out. John came out. You can talk this shit. Randy was out there talking this shit. Cody came out talking this shit. And then Trick came out as well in LA Knight, and everybody basically just talking shit to each other and doing like all their little catchphrases and stuff. So it was entertaining. Trick got a big pop, and then Trick interjected LA Knight when he was trying to tell you what the crowd was all going to be saying. So instead of saying yeah, they were all saying whoop that Trick. And he also like took his coat, which I thought was funny and probably improvised. So he took his coat at first and was wearing it partially to the match and then threw it off. Like I thought that was pretty funny. But then they did an unexpected thing. Well, as I said on Monday, Jey Uso became one of the guys that was going to Elimination Chamber, and then suddenly he got beat up. Like he just got beat up and was in an ambulance and he was beat up. Like we're like the hell he just got in there, but nah, he's beat up now. So they were trying to figure out what they were going to do about that. So they found a way basically to get Logan Paul in there by having him have a match with somebody else. I can't remember who he had a match. He had a match with somebody and they lost. And then he took over that spot.
Jacob Fatu.
Like I said, yeah, Jacob Fatu, that bum. And they had a little quick Sammy segment of him talking to Jacob Fatu, being like, "Hey, man, it's crazy that all of a sudden you come back and then people just getting their asses beat. I'm not trying to say it was you, but it might have been you." And then Jacob was like, just cussed him out, and was like, "That's not me." Yada 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 yada. So that was going on. We had the masked man again. They took the mask off. It was some guy nobody ever seen before. Like, and I guess people online were saying that he's like a student of Seth Rollins' school of wrestling or whatever. That shit was lame. Like the whole masked man thing is like it's gone on too much and too many times. It is lame. Like we didn't see R-Truth be the masked man. We didn't see Austin Theory be the masked man. We didn't see Billy Joe be the masked man. Like we didn't see Green Shirt be the masked man. Like we seen everybody be the masked man. We seen Travis be the masked man. Like we gotta like give that masked man shit a rest for a second. Like give that shit a rest. Either way, I want to talk about the picture. That's why I saved that part for the SmackDown part for last. Because not only is that a great picture, but you can see the genuine, not just Joy and Lash's face, but in Nia's face. And I feel like Nia, being a big powerhouse she is, then she is kind of associated with a few injuries and shit. Like she's why Jade all split up. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I feel like that Jade and her need a storyline based just upon the fact that she bust her face open. Like, and I guess that should come after eventually what we see with this going on with this belt. But great picture. It was her first title. You could tell that she is like, she's excited. She's excited. She's happy. And I feel like they got good chemistry together. Like they found ways to like harmonize with each other. And I really feel like Nia really needed that. And we're getting to see Nia really shine. Like, and that's cool. Nia does deserve it. At the end of the day, she's somebody who's been a long termer, and she does come from a famous family and stuff. But yeah, she definitely. Oh, okay. Yeah, she definitely. She definitely. I can't talk right now. She definitely deserved the shit. So I was really happy for her. In AAA, I did watch AAA. I'm really enjoying this whole intersecting of the OG El Grande versus El Grande Americano thing. Like they really made it work. I really thought it was gonna be. I mean, so it all depends on what you define as lame. I was gonna say I thought it was gonna be kind of lame. But at the end of the day, again, it just depends on what you define as lame. Like at the end of the day, it's become a fleshed out story. All because one person got injured, it has become a fleshed out story of one being for Mexico and one being for America. And that El Grande, or well, I guess not original, the El Grande Americano, he's like kind of hero for the Mexican people, and El Grande original has become like the hero for America, especially with the fact that like Clark Gable not knowing Spanish and having Ludwig know Spanish, and he's very fluent at Spanish for the most part. You can tell he does Duolingo. But you can tell it was like really cool how he worked with the kind of telenovela style of storytelling with Mexican and Hispanic wrestling. Like it was really over the top. They had Clark Gable smash what's a come in the face, and then they fell out and was like, oh shit, I need you to be there for my honor. So then like he came out. So we got this Raider shit coming up. We had a little bit of talk about Dominic Mysterio as well, and like Dr. Wagner and a few other people. But really, we know that the stars of the stars of the show were really the El Grande Americano and El Grande OG. They were real stars of TNA this time, and I hate that they're kind of like taking it away from the Spanish people, but at the same time, the Spanish people were loving it. They're absolutely loving it. So it's like, is he really taking anything from them that they don't want? Like, and Omos was there. And Omos was there. Okay. There's a storyline going on there with that. All right, let me wrap up my shit real quick. Oh yeah, I meant to say too that Offset came out with Javon Evans. And I feel like some of the stuff was kind of getting stale during the week. And about the whole Logan Paul thing with him going into Elimination Chamber. Regardless, let's hurry up and get to Elimination Chamber because I know I'm talking a lot. So my personal highlights, I had put my predictions on the screen, the ones I made when we were in our chat, of that I believe it could be Kiana James, Trick Williams, AJ Lee, and Finn Balor. So those are my takes. So I only got one of those, had all those, which was AJ Lee, unfortunately. I hate saying it, but last year's Elimination Chamber was great. It was awesome. It was very story driven, and we had the Naomi Bianca Jade angle going on, and I thought that was really cool. This year, I felt like we went into it with a lot of not cohesive stories. So, like, and I know there's some people that like it more for just the wrestling, and some people for the stories. I like it for both. Like, I feel like the wrestling tells part of the story itself, and the interactions that they're having in the match tell the story. So regardless, Randy won. And I was happy Randy won, but I really wish that Trick had won, or Trick would have been one of the last few people eliminated. And I guess he was one of the last few, but I wish he could have been like maybe the last person up to the winner, if not the winner. Javon unfortunately got hurt. Prayers up to Javon. That's really scary, and he was one of the best wrestlers in WWE.
Okay, we're
Not
gonna
just as a
keep moving.
person, but as a
Bless you.
wrestler. Yeah, I went out for 2 seconds. It's crazy. I'm plugged in. Um, that probably means I should just wrap it up a little faster. Okay, so Logan Paul's a bitch. I hated that he eliminated a bunch of people, and especially that one of those people were Javon and Trick. Like, that's irritating. Randy, he definitely deserves it, but he is getting kind of old. And LA Knight, unfortunately for him, he had a few like snafus last night, but I thought Trick's entrance was amazing. I did do a reaction video on IG. Y'all can go see that. Tag We Talk Combats. But yeah, Randy won, and I guess they're gonna try to do something with the story with Cody. And I'm like, well, can we just like leave Cody alone? But now they say Cody gonna fight Drew on SmackDown on Friday. Man. All right, women's. Uh, Intern John said it was Goon Fest, and I'm not gonna lie. Once I actually went back and watched it again, I was like, yeah, it was kind of a Goon Fest. Like, there was a lot of spots there that I feel like were definitely made for the male gaze. But regardless, my girl Kiana looked good. She actually like wrestled pretty good and was very reciprocal with other people's fighting styles. But I feel like Rhea, Raquel really like is the true one that shined during the evening. Alexa Bliss, I didn't know why she was there. Tiffany Stratton, she a lame. I don't know why they. At the end of the day, it became predictable once it got to a point that it was going to be between Tiffany and Rhea. As you know, Rhea took the win. She a lame. Like, I don't really want to see her at another WrestleMania. I think this is her 5th one. Lame as fuck. But as far as terms of how the night was, I would say that was definitely one of the better matches of the night, which was the women's elimination chamber. So we had CM Punk and Finn. CM Punk was looking gas the whole fucking time, like gas. Finn Balor, I thought looked really good, but he almost took the same slip that LA Knight took on that same rope. Because at first I was gonna say it was they were just being sloppy, but once I saw it happen again with LA Knight, I was like, oh, okay, we got that or whatever. Anyways, not much to see other than the intro was kind of cool, but at the same time, if anyone would have did it that was from Chicago, would have been cool. It really wasn't cool, like in terms of more than that. Like he didn't look cool. It was the intro was cool. He a lame. Don't think he should have won. I think it should have been Finn. I was wondering if it was going to be an Irish takeover night or not, but it ended up not being, because in the next match, AJ Lee won, which she was my only person that I opted for really to win on my little voting thing. She was lame as shit. That match was lame as shit. That was definitely a bathroom break like hell. Really, both of them are dusty. I don't know why you give her a title after 11 years being gone. And Becky, like, truly is she is a workhorse. I'll give her credit on that. I may not really always like her little promos and shit like that, but she's been here like basically all the time with her kid and all that shit. And Seth's been here, and AJ Lee been gone 10 years. She ain't even got a dog. His dog dead. I'm sorry. I hope nobody get mad at me, but if you do, fuck you. Get mad at me over a dog. But for real, she ain't got no reason that she can't be there full time, other than just choosing not to be there full time. But I bet you they still paying her very handsomely, and that kind of irks me. Because again, those be opportunities that can be given to other people. And then the disappointment of the night, though, at the end of the day, we know ended up being one that the masked man was Seth Rollins. Kind of predicted that. They tried to throw like red herrings in there. That shit was lame. Those were lame ass reveal. It was lame as shit. And he came back with that blonde. Like he ain't come back with a new look or nothing. He just came back just Seth, just looking all greasy and Seth looking. Just Seth. Like, oh, okay, it's Seth. Anywho, the other big disappointment tonight was that we got to find out what was in the fucking crate, which everybody done speculated it was 1,000 things. Mostly people thinking and hoping it was going to be Chris Jericho, which I didn't think it was going to be Chris Jericho. Just something was telling me it wasn't going to be Chris Jericho. Now, did I think it was going to be as big of a disappointment as it thought it actually turned out to be? I don't know. Ask the audience, because they booed like shit. Because they said we spent $400 to see this shit. They had Danhausen come out, who I just found out who he was like last week. Like, so nobody was really checking on him like that. So the fact that they used all this like build up just to show him made everybody disappointed, not just online, but the people that watched, we were disappointed. The people that were in the stands were disappointed because they booed after that their whole little performance was done, because he had like burlesque dancers like of his wife and his wife's friends that were performing in little suits looking like him. Like you could tell they spent a pretty penny on all the shit to have him do that intro, and it was mid as fuck. I don't know you, Danhausen. I don't got nothing against you. I really don't got nobody to talk about on this shit. But I'm talking about it as a fan. That shit was lame. You want some lame Eddie Munster shit, and that shit was just extra, just garbage. It was just lame. And go in the gym or something. Your body, like, yo, you don't care about your body? I know you can't do nothing about being tall or short, but you didn't care about your body. You just came out there just looking real underwhelming. That's what it was. You was underwhelming. Like, if you at least gonna pop out of a box and have like all these bitches around me, you could at least went in the gym like 7 weeks in a row and try to get yourself a little definition in your stomach. But now you came out there looking a hot mess. You basically, the women look better than you. Really, they could have been the wrestlers instead of you, to be real. But at the end of the day, I guess they paid for you. But those are moments where, again, that's a place of contract that could have been put for somebody else. That could have been Ricky Saints. That could have been Leon Slater. That could have been anybody else's contract, and y'all wasted on Danhausen because sometimes y'all listen to the internet a little too much, and you listen to communities that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like they're talking about their personal preference, not stuff that would be entertaining for everybody. As I said, that was a long ass week. It's shit. It was just a long week. As I said, AJ Styles and that was a bathroom break. Prayers up to Javon. After all that, I'm gonna give it a C+. And I hate giving it a C+ because I thought I was gonna give it higher, but once I actually started looking at my commentary and my comments, I was like, yeah, I can't give it a B. As much as I want to give it a B, Elimination Chamber did not deliver. It didn't deliver. Last year definitely was way more interesting, way more entertaining. I feel like they did Javon and Trick dirty in terms of their spots in the competition, and that I feel like they both could have got more time. Now, Javon's, I understand, it was kind of a situation that was thought on the fly, but that doesn't give an excuse for Trick. Well, his Trick's turn, he just literally laid there. He laid there, and he had his eyes closed, and when they say if you got your eyes closed, that means you're about to take the pin. Like, if your eyes are open, that means you're trying to watch that you can stop the pin from happening and kick out. But yeah, I get that shit a C+. And I feel like the C+ is still being generous. But definitely AAA and SmackDown, they pulled it up a little bit. But the Elimination Chamber, if I could have gave that just a rating, that shit would have probably been a D. Probably a D. That's what I got.
So we starting off with a C+. Travis, what do you have for this week's WWE product?
Mm-hmm. So, first of all, congratulations, AJ Styles, Hall of Fame. Amazing. Congratulations. Okay, so first of all, Gunther, Dragon Lee, just hurry up and get the match done so we get this over with. Have Dragon Lee have like 3 to 4 power bombs taken and another sleeper hold that will do just suffice him hanging over the top rope. Like the Queen said, like with this Brock Lesnar situation, like I don't want to see this unless we know for sure that Oba's going to come out and accept the challenge for this whole thing. Also, shout out to Stephanie and Max A. Not for just the wrestling anything, but them shots that they took and overselling them shots. They made them believable for me. So shout out to them. We had an offset sighting, so RIP Takeoff. Javon got the double Kofi. The Kofi put him over. I thought that was pretty neat. And that's it. So NXT, man, I think this was a good NXT. We didn't have nothing like this for a while for me. I mean, as far as like just a regular episode, no PLE or anything, this was pretty good. Now, down with the results of these new champions and everything, the only one I don't like is the Vanity Project because I'm not a fan of those guys. But I get it because the whole Dark State and Tony D'Angelo story, it makes sense because, like Tony said, like I'm coming for everything. I'm going to destroy everything you guys built, just like how you guys took my family and everything away from me. So I'm going to do the same thing for you guys. So, as my King's favorite wrestler, say he won to Elio Lulea. He's a new speed champion. So that's just, kind of whatever. It is what it is. But, but shout out Miles Bourne, he got his first championship. He don't look like, 09 Randy no more. He actually looking like, something that's supposed to be something that's originated, something that's playing on his own. He ain't trying to be a gimmick off another wrestler. So, hey, shout out to him. So Evolve was way better this week to me compared to what it was last week. Evolve was way better. I seen Tower made a few matches before. I see she had some matches on NXT before with Tavion Heights. So I know she could wrestle. Olympic gold medalist. Callie Armstrong, she did the thing for real. Like I said, there's nothing too bad I can say about Callie for real. I mean, she just did everything. Now, I did see the what's that? That 10-match tag match with the ID guys and the PC guys. I thought that was just pretty blah, but it just is what it is. But shout out to Sean Legacy because he finally getting called up to NXT. I think we know that Jackson Drake is going to be next. But I'm just, they're probably gonna make that announcement, or if they are, that's if he loses to Cappuccino Jones with as Succession. So that's pretty cool. Now TNA, another disappointment. I'm gonna tell you this now. I went in there trying to watch this with good expectations. I know, after all the bad talk about this show, throughout the past weeks, and it's still going to continue because we had the opening match. I see it was the Nick and Ryan Nemeth, Mike Santana, and Leon Slater. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is the first match? Your champions? Your big champion and your X-Division champion is starting off the show? So I'm like, man, let me just change the channel. So let's go to SmackDown. I thought some SmackDown, the opening segment, wonderful. Great opening segment. All the guys, Javon, Trick, LA Knight, Randy, Cody. It's wonderful. Now, Trick, you are a guy in there right there, but you can't cut off the megastar. All right. You let the megastar say what he got to say. Then you interject. But I feel like in the future, if they was on the same show, something like that, this could be a decent rivalry, a great feud. That's just my opinion. Now, that with the tag team championships with the Y6 and the MFTs, like, look, take the belts off of both of them right now. because this lantern thing is more what's that important between the two teams. This is like the bracelet all over again. This is kind of the situation with the whole Ulafala. So just take the belt off of him, give it to somebody else. I know it's not that much of a team right there really to give the belts to, but hey, it is what it is. But also shout out to Nia Jax's Last Legend. You know, they finally got a name before even the Vision did. It had a quick time too. Well, we all know that. I think the Vision could be actually now, if not one or the worst factions teams in WWE history. But also we got Logan Paul, Jacob Fatu. You know, I really thought that Jacob was going to be in the match, but I see that they picked Logan, so you know, no problem with that. I mean, I'm not a huge Logan Paul fan, but I see, you know, after Bronson teared his tricep, his bicep, you know, they had to get some Vision, you know, team and something in there. So I understood about that. Now, AAA, bad AAA. This past month and a half, everything has been gold. Okay, like I don't know, like who's like putting this thing together as far as like is it Triple H really, or is it the Undertaker? Like, so it's the Undertaker that's basically running this. It's not Triple H, so he's don't have no like being involved in this.
I mean, he's still the boss, but it's like Shawn Michaels on NXT.
That is more Undertaker.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Undertaker bad. First of all, why you let homegirl get hit in the head like that with I'll go out there by Ricardo's boots? Because he booted the whole shiitake mushroom out of him, you know? You know what I'm saying? So he basically got booted, put in a neck brace, got thrown in the truck. So anyway, now TJ Perkins, can't say nothing too much about it, you know. Just let him, you know, get the belt. I'm gonna maybe surprised they let him back on WWE. Well, like I say, he shouldn't have been gone in the first place. He shouldn't have got fired or anything like that. He's great. Now, I believe that Omar should have, you know, won his match for the Reyes tournament. You know, that's just my opinion. But I'm still not mad at it, though. It's still a good match. Still great everything. You know, I ain't have a problem with getting cuffed to the ring post or anything because you had to make it look believable for a Grande Americano, you know, the fanfare Americano, the Americano, but that's pretty cool. I'm trying to find out I want to know who's next really for the tournament. It's like it's going to build out so far between the Americanos and La Parka, so I'm still looking forward to it. So for this week, for anything, I'm going to give it a...
You forgot the Chamber.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Chamber. I thought we were going to say that last, so that's my fault. So the Chamber, this all right. It's just basically average Chamber. So I felt like also with Queen, the last Elimination Chamber was better than this one. Now, I feel like for the men's, now this could be just an opinion for me. This is just something that I was thinking. Now, I know that they were trying to build up the Bronson Reed into the match. Now, I was thinking like maybe it was supposed to have been him that was supposed to like put out those three people. But I'm guessing because of Logan Paul and him being in the Vision, like maybe it was just a thing for him to do. But like Queen said too, also I didn't like how he got the right to eliminate three people at least. So I thought that was pretty trash. But you know, shouts to Randy winning the Chamber. You know, I pretty much thought that CM Punk was gonna win the his championship match. You know, shout out AJ Lee. AJ Lee, congratulations. You know, Intercontinental Champion. But the best match was really the Women's Chamber. Now, I seen a clip on the internet, like, Raquel, she had on a pair of meta glasses in the pod. I thought that angle was pretty cool, just like with Tama when he was on SmackDown. But saying that, though, I actually got to get a pair of meta glasses. I thought that was pretty cool. But, and another thing, too, what's up with all these malfunctions, these wardrobe malfunctions that the women's been having? because it's been a lot of like it ain't like you trying to look for it or anything, but you can kind of see it plain as day. Like they having like wardrobe malfunctions. Like I don't know if it's like stuff supposed to been taped or what, but I thought it was just like at some point like WWE supposed to at least like black out the screen and just kind of like protect the women. But
keep going.
But anyway, I thought that was pretty bad stuff. But other than that, though, I'm giving this whole week is like a C-.
All right, so we got a C+ and a C-. Let's go to you, BA Mi Amigo. Olivale. What's your
my man dropping the Spanish on y'all, boy? Go ahead, Sean. So we got Raw to start things off. Like you said, all right, good job, AJ Styles. That was cool. But when it came to the matches, of course, Jay won by default. By somebody had to win. And to go along with what Travis was saying, that Logan Paul spot was supposed to be Bronson Reed, was supposed to have been Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker was supposed to be one in this chamber, eliminating 3 guys, so on and so forth, to make him look like the badass that they're trying to make him look. But because WWE has terrible storytelling, they just said, all right, well, sub it in with Bronson. He got hurt. Well, let's throw this for a stretch. Sub it in for Logan Paul. Like, no, just come on. Y'all got to rewrite some things at this point. Come on, dog. But that's all that was. You can just, it's a streamline for that. But so Jay won. Raquel did her thing against EO and Kyrie. That was cool. Javon against Kofi, man. Like I said, this is one of those legacy matches, man, and I love to see it. I love to see Kofi, just saying like, all right, this is the future. There's no doubt here. I'm definitely gonna put him over, no problem, or whatever. So I like to see stuff like that. Hopefully, Kofi's taking him underneath his wing as much as he can. He is a former champion, and all the stunts and all the things that he's done. The pros and cons with that, because you don't want to be typecast and all those things. But he's talking to Javon about it, and I hope that he is. I wish that he is. Maxine Dupree, she did the Johnny Gargano, and I appreciated it. Shout out to that. Moving forward with that, because that was pretty much it. Oh, and Liv chose Stephanie, which was obvious. Yeah, I could care less about that as well. I like to see the match, but I could care less about how we kind of get there. I'm just tired of Stephanie. It's not even a Liv thing. I'm just tired of Stephanie. To be 100% honest with you, her in a one trick move. And Brock came out, and I think collectively, if it's not over, we just don't care. That's where we're at with Brock. I don't think that people are caring as much as they used to about Brock for reasons on the inside the ring and outside the ring. I think we just kind of over Brock, and we just looking to go to another generation of I guess the dominant guy. And now that we see Oba is like, all right, we got our guy, Brock. And I know we talked about it before. He's more Batista and all that, but it's just like we got our phenom. Okay, Brock, you can get up out of here.
Dominant force.
There we go. Let's go with that. NXT was cool. Miles Bourne got the belt. I don't care. I don't care about Miles Bourne. They could have just left it on Ethan, and Ethan could have dropped it off, or handed it off to Jackson Drake, and I would have been okay with that. I just don't care for Miles Bourne. Yeah, I don't know if you can understand this. If we hear this, Mike, you got to put the words on. With that being said, Vanity Project 1. Shout out to the VP. Like I said, it's a new movement going on. And we're witnessing it right now. So Tony D'Angelo was the reason for that. Elio won, cool. I like to see Eli and Jasper get into more other ventures other than the speed thing. I'm not a fan of the speed title, but it is what it is. JCJ, shout out to JCJ retaining the belt. Sol Ruger, you could have said no. You could have said I am not able to perform, and you could have got another shot. You chose to fight after getting speared in F5. So I don't have no sympathy for you. I can't wait for you to come up, to the main roster. But I had no NXT sympathy for you. With that being said, Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan once again must see TV whenever they on screen together. It's fireworks and everything. So shout out to that. Did Jada? Well, did I see Jada on that show? Was Jada on there? I think so. Shout out to Jada Parker. Everyone said that she was injured. She showed up, said no, sir, I'm good to go. So I love to see it. I love to see it. And my guy, Keanu Carver, man, stay dominating, my brother. Stay dominating. Let's move forward to Evolve. Evolve was cool. Like you said, this is Sean's send off or whatever. I don't care about sending off from people that's going from Evolve to NXT. Why is he getting his own segment? Look, you're supposed to do this. That's supposed to be the easiest thing, right? Yeah. The most important thing is Tyra May. Tyra May is. I even sent a message. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look. You need to follow, not like that, I'm paraphrasing, but Taz and his skill set, his move set, the amount of suplexes and things like that, that should be her. If she can incorporate just a little bit of Taz into her move set, because she won by a German suplex pin. Like, come on, like there's a whole list of things that you can kind of be like great at. You just gotta kind of find the right niche for you. So
give it a perfect plex.
I'm okay with that too. You know what I'm saying? She just gotta. There's a skill set that she can tap into that she doesn't necessarily show right now. That she can like be a monster. Like I'm talking about straight to. We're gonna fly through Evolve and go right to NXT, and then we're gonna see how your mic skills are, and then you are main roster bound once we get to that point. And shout out to our girl Callie. Callie's dominating. She had a nice win. I'm not a fan of the shoulder charge to win a match. So I know she's still in the developmental process, basically a part of the NXT. So hopefully you can get a little bit more of a dominant move. Because I don't think that's going to work once we get a little bit higher. But she makes it look good. I'll say that. So shout out to her on that. TNA, I did not see TNA. Forgive me for that. I wish I did, but then if I watched it and realized what the first match was, I probably would have turned the rest off anyway. So there's that. Wow. What were we on? SmackDown. SmackDown was cool. So when it comes to SmackDown, shout out to the ladies that you see here. They were so dominant in this match. It was points to this match when they were just walking around with like nothing to do. I was like, I was thinking to myself, you can't have these women win. Like they're just dominating. Like they really just kind of dominated this match to the point where it was like, it's kind of obvious, guys. Like y'all want to really pull this out y'all ass in order for Rio to Ryu, whatever the name is, to withstand this belt, to retain the belt. So I'm glad they lost it. But because they lost it, you knew what was happening the next night. But that's neither here nor there right this second. I love the intro. I love the intro battles, the intro wars. When it came to the 6 members of the chamber, I think that all that was cool. I even mentioned the brotherhood that Trick and Javon has when he kind of hit him beside his head. He kept running to the ring. I actually laughed out loud. My wife told me stop laughing so damn much, but it was just a funny moment. And once again, Trick he showcased why he's like him. It's just it is what it is. Nothing crazy about it. I'm glad he interfered with LA Knight. You saw what LA Knight did the next night. He can't even do his own goddamn on signature move. So shout out to Trick for just taking some of his audience away from him. With that being said, all right, the MFTs, the lantern thing. I just think we over that, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you Travis, and I'm not going against Travis on this 100%, but it's not the Ula Fowler. It's not the bracelet. Like those they had meanings behind that joint. Like they was like main eventing stuff without having a championship attached to it. Like, I don't give a shit about this urn. I don't ladder. I don't care.
Exactly.
It's like I don't. It doesn't matter to me. So. But they kept it going. Like they don't know when to stop. They just keep things rolling. It's like, yo, it's dead. It's over. Move on. Split people up. If not, just come up with something different. Like, I don't know who's Bruce Pritchard, Road Dogg, whoever you want to call it. Just come on, dog. It's time to move something else. Do something different. Shout out to my man Melo doing what Melo does. Matt Cardona had no shot at this. Shout out to Melo making him actually looks like he's actually important. But when it comes to that, Oba, that was a good segment with Miz. I enjoyed that. Oba just showing his acting chop. Shout out to Oba. And yes, he did what he's supposed to do. He destroyed the Miz. That was cool. Jordan Grace and Candice LeRae. The best part about this match was Johnny Gargano and everything he was doing. Shout out to Johnny, yo. I'm a fan of Johnny right now because of what he's been doing, man. And he hasn't been doing a damn thing. That's
Johnny
awesome.
G.
Johnny G, you got a fan of me, dog. Straight up, dog. So let's keep it going. All right, so we had I'm gonna go Triple H first, and I end it with the Chamber. The match with Triple H was cool. Especially the 4-way. Omos and doing what he had to do. Interfering with the Americanos that they was out there. It was just like havoc, but it was like organized chaos. I should say it was like it, and I understand now. Like I said, I understand people and stuff. TJ came out and all of. Like I understand the segments and where we're going. Like I'm cool. I'm in line now. And just to see how it's coming together, once again, like I said, it was just a nice, fun match. The Kaiser version of American Grande is just I've never seen anything like this. Like on the main stage, I could care less about you, but here, dog, like yo,
yeah, you've seen this. You've seen Sean and Brett.
What you mean?
You American in Canada.
No, not that. As in, like on one show, it's like trash. Like I'm not a fan of American Grande or on Raw or SmackDown when he pop up, but when he's on AAA, I'm like, yo, he's a superstar. Like, yo, this is excellent. I can't turn. I'm not flicking through the YouTube streets or the Discord. Like, I'm here. I'm watching it. So that's what I mean. Like, I just the one stage you this and then another stage you that. But hey, stay on AAA for as long as I can because you got a fan of me, dog.
You said Damian Priest?
Man, how many times we gotta say that, dog? Superstar. Hey, 10-8. Hey, man. Hey, y'all got somebody in LA Knight, but he want to go ahead on with this struggle booking. Speaking of LA Knight, let's go over to Elimination Chamber. Oh man, look here, bro. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I'm gonna go straight to that match right there. I'm gonna stay with it. As I said before, everything that you saw Logan Paul do, except for the injury part. Shout out to Javon. I hope you all right. Just picture either Brunson Reed or Braun Breaker, and it kind of makes a little bit more sense. I still don't like it, but it makes a little bit more sense than what they're doing with him. That's why Seth had to have that spot. Like we had to wrap this mass thing up. And that's what it's supposed to be. So imagine the shot that Braun Breaker would have had to match Paul Heyman's to match what Seth was doing. That's the difference. But LA Knight, look here, dog. If you want to make it to that next level, you can't have these botches. It's just it is what it is. It looks bad. I don't even care if something was wrong with the ring, the turnbuckle, because I think Finn had a little bit of issue. But you want to be that next level guy. I'm gonna tell you what here at We Talk Comments, we give solutions. We just don't comment. We give solutions here, right? If you notice people like Bret Hart, if you notice Romans of the world, just Randy, they don't have too many top rope maneuvers. And there was a reason for that. You're already 40 plus, my dog. You're going to make more mistakes than not when it comes to adding that type of difficulty to your movesets. Just don't go to the top rope. You could do the same exact thing, go to the mid rope, LA Knight, woo, and just jump for the mid rope. Chances are you're going to lessen the ability to mess up versus trying to hop on pause to the top rope and still perform that move. Just stay level as you can. You can't mess. It decreases the chances of you messing up tremendously if you do that. Stop with it, dog. Get rid of it. Especially, I'm a transition to Logan Paul. Logan Paul, you might not have been a match like this when you had to perform that pulverizer. It's cool when you're doing it on a Monday Night Raw. Normally it's probably one match. you barely created a sweat. You are in a match with 5 other individuals. It's sweaty, pause, it's nasty. I'm just trying to give the realness of it. To perform that kind of high degree move in that situation, chances are you're going to probably mess something up along the way. Like it involves way too much, and it's too much going around. If you even play basketball, if you play football, hey yo, by the fourth quarter of a good match, yo, you glistening, pause. Like you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a sweat. It's hard to kind of grab another person, and you talking about wrestling performing that move. That's why he dropped Javon. I don't. It's like you have to probably do something else in that spot. And I think moving forward, hopefully he knows that. That's another move. Probably should get rid of it, dog. It's too much to do. It's too much. It's too much of a high degree of difficulty. But all in all, when you talking about aura personified, Jesus, shout out to Jesus, the anointed one, Trick Willie. They changed his intro up with the with the Mike Jackson intro. You know what I'm saying?
With the glorious
like,
Bobby Roode.
You know, and it was like, all right, cool, bet. Like it worked for me. And they timed it right. Shout out, you know, with the woo, and he does his little kick up and everything with his hands and stuff. It was just like, hey man, and they gave him a little extra time to do the little on top of the chamber and all that stuff. So it was definitely Trick's intro. And at the end of the day, if Trick didn't close this out, we're not going to really remember the middle part of the show. We're going to remember the Seth part. We're going to remember the Drew McIntyre part, if you are going to remember those things. And we're going to remember the intros. That's kind of what the thing is. Anything else is like, it was a part of the match kind of a thing. So he had the intro live. No one's touching him on the intro tip. And the match was okay. Not the best, but it was cool. We saw the outcome. We saw Drew McIntyre do his thing, and Randy got the victory, which, you know, it's, I'm trying to think. It's needed to happen because eventually Randy has to get some championships. The problem is they should have started this last year. That's the problem. Cody didn't have to have the belt as long as he did. John Cena didn't have to have the belt as long as he did. Randy could have been easily intertwined with that some kind of way so they can go ahead on, okay, 15, boom, he loses it. All right, now 16, 17, 18 is in grasp. Like, so they started it now, but they should have started it last year, and that's the problem. Finn and CM Punk. At times I forgot that CM Punk was in Chicago. The Jordan intro was cool. The intro was cool, but the crowd was kind of dead. Why? Because everybody knew he was going to win. That's why. Everybody knew he was going to win. So they was dead in Chicago. But it is what it is, right? We move forward. Becky Lynch and AJ. Becky carried this joint. It's just, it is what it is. AJ's trash, man. She couldn't even lock her legs, dog. Like, I don't know what that was, but she tried 2 times to lock her legs, and she couldn't even lock her legs on her own finishing move. It's trash. She's trash. And I don't know. Maybe you should wrestle more. Maybe you should show up a little bit more. But she'll show up on the road to WrestleMania, just like Brock, just like Roman. And hopefully she'll be gone soon after that. Get the belt back to Becky or somebody else. I mean, at this point, if y'all watch this show faithfully, and those that do, we appreciate you. But you know, I said I wanted a Adam Pearce Vision type of a back and forth, similar to what we got in the McMahon era, and I was close, but I was like, oh, I might have been wrong. Maybe it's Drew and Nick Aldis, or maybe it's the referee, the woman referee, I forgot her name, and Becky Lynch. They might have a WrestleMania match because she keep going back and forth on them, and she was heavily, shout out to Dave because he did put it in the Discord. They was heavily going back and forth with her. I was like, okay, she might actually get a spot, and then that IC title might go to somebody else. I don't know, maybe Roxanne Perez, because, you know, I still think that she's probably one of the up-and-coming ones from Raw that doesn't get no shine. That probably should get some shine there because she's actually pretty good. I digress with that. Moving forward to the women's chamber match. It was trash. It's just, it is what it is. I wasn't surprised by too much of anything. I wanted Raquel to win because that'll shake some things up. But you know, Kiana did all that. just to get put in a double elimination with Oscar. That was shout out to Raquel. That was trash though. Like I want better for Kiana, especially you want somebody to kind of show what they can do in that type of situation. Alexa going out first, clearly. That was going to be one of the things that happened. We know she wasn't going to win, and they'll play Charlotte into that some kind of way, like, oh my god, like it should have been you. I don't know. And then Rhea won. There wasn't too much for her to win, so I saw it's two things I want from this. One, I think we're going back to SmackDown. I think Jade might have thought that I ain't gonna think Jade. I think they told Jade that Charlotte was going to win that match maybe the week before. That's why she had that interaction with her twice, because she came back down. She's trying to do her part and sell that match, because that's what she probably thought that was going to happen. I think they both thought it was going to happen until she was walking out in the Charlotte, this is, and they told her, you know what, we're going to go with Kiana on this one. And then boom, Jade didn't even know yet. I don't think Jade even knew. And then they flipped it, because I can see Charlotte winning this. And now you have Charlotte versus Jade, WrestleMania. Cool. I can watch that. It's not bad. So now that they pivoted off that, because everything's fluid now, right? They don't even know that we're writing this as we go now, right? There's nothing in plan. Okay, cool. So you got Rhea here. Now that you got Rhea versus Jade, I hope Bianca comes back. I hope Bianca comes right back. And just like Rhea did to her, because that was trash what she did last year, she interjected herself against Io and said, okay, Bianca, you won the chamber and Io's the champion, but I'm here now. Go ahead on, sign my name. Bianca, I need you to do the exact same thing. I need you to interject yourself in this particular match with Jade, with Rhea, and just say, give the middle finger to Rhea. I don't care. It's the same thing. She did it to you. The fans went wild. Do the same exact thing to her. F her. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You need your championship match because she took it from you one-on-one. So that's what I hope happens. But no. Speaking of Bianca and Jade and Naomi, that's why last year's was better, because those three sisters did exactly what they supposed to. They sold the hell out of that, especially Jade when she came out. That they did what they supposed to do. That was memorable. I can't remember this match. No one's going to remember this match. And it's just, it is what it is. So to summarize all that, the week that was, Chamber was trash. Raw was trash. SmackDown was restaurant trash. So, some people might consider that edible. TNA was, I didn't watch it. NXT was okay. Evolve was okay. That's a D plus, because it was a PLE involved. That's a D plus for me. Pause.
All right, so man, we got a C plus, a C minus, I think, right? A C plus, a D plus. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this week's product a D. Pause. Straight up D. Oh, Oliver Lee. Start with Raw. What we talking about, man? Raw trash. Raw been trash for since the year began, I think. Yeah, not much to say. I just enjoy watching Javon do his matches or whatever. Him and Kofi, I think they could have built it up a little bit more. That could have been that really was a big time match that wasn't played up to the level it was supposed to be. That could have been a pay-per-view match, really. One of the first rivalries for Javon or whatever, because that's a former world champion, but I don't feel like they play up to Kofi Kingston being a former black world champion as much as they should. But shout out to Javon winning that match, though. Other than that, I didn't care about any of the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna keep moving on. I'm not gonna be long-winded today. NXT is one of the highlights of the week. May have been the highlight of the week, actually. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think NXT was the best show of the week, actually. They had a bunch of championship changes and all, entertainment, exciting, seeing things be different and all, getting some of the new blood, deciding who's going to start moving the company forward now that the big three and all are gone. So that was a good look. Everything y'all said basically about the matches. Shout out to Miles Bourne. Shout out to Elio Lafleur. I knew he was going to put a title on him. He's the next big thing. He's going to take Axiom's spot, who Axiom was supposed to be. So the white guy, that's the luchador. And he's from France or whatever, so it's even extra special. Shout out to Keanu Carver being over there doing what he does. Shout out to the ladies, Jada Parker. Shout out to Kalani and Lola. Get these ladies up there quickly, but I don't know who's going to take their spots. if you get that done. So that's nice to see as far as NXT. Moving forward, Evolve again, way better than last week. Last week episode may have been, I haven't seen Evolve for a long time, but to be an hour and be that much trash it was last week was embarrassing. This week, back to cool. Like I say, nice matches and all, developmental. It felt good. I was excited. Pause. Everybody did their job. Shout out to Tyra May. Keep her away from Tavion Heights. Real talk. Keep her away from him. No disrespect to Tavion and all that stuff, but he don't have it right now. He can wrestle and all of it. There's another guy that they brought up not too long ago that was an Olympic wrestler or whatever. He didn't work out in the UFC and all now, but I'm getting the type of same vibes from Tavion Heights. Just because you were Olympic wrestler.
You talk about Gabe Stevenson?
Yeah, Gabe Stevens' name. Yep. And just because you were an Olympic wrestler don't mean you got it in professional wrestling. Two different things. But yeah, keep her away from that guy. Shout out to Callie coming back. Impact, that's your first match. Move on. SmackDown highlights. Everything was trash about SmackDown. Well, a couple highlights. Shout out to Oba and Miz. I do think it's funny they keep starting the bell right before he talks, so the matches are actually longer technically than they should because it squashes once he starts, but they making them longer by the conversation, ringing the bell at the beginning. But shout out to him actually giving, not just being a big dumb brute or whatever. He's actually giving character and all, showing what he was known for in NXT. So shout out to Oba with that. That's why I really compare him to Batista more than Brock Lesnar. I think Brock is different. Oba's the Batista again. What else happened on SmackDown? That was a highlight. The women. Shout out to Lash getting that title, first title ever. Shout out to Nia holding down beside us. Shout out to the new entrant. Shout out to the new name, the Irresistible Forces. Everything works. Give them matches. Let them be a staple of SmackDown. They can run that as far as the tag team division right now. Hopefully they destroy the Bellas at WrestleMania, whatever. Like that should be a squash match if it does happen, and you should retire them. All that being said, my favorite segment of the night was the beginning part. I really believe that they should have had the beginning segment as the main event. They should have taken that and they should have waited to the end of the night, had that little segment at all with Drew and all of that happening, and that could have been the main event. We could have ended the night with all that happening with people fighting, going back and forth. Randy Orton dropping Javon with the RKO, looking at Cody, Paul Levesque, executive producer, comes up on the screen and all that stuff, and Randy slithering out the ring and all that. That should have been the main event of the night, but it was the beginning of the night, and it made the rest of it. Yep, the show just go downhill from that way. That's it for SmackDown. AAA, bro, is perfect, kind of like you say, Travis. They hit that perfect amount of craziness for an hour. Like them being an hour is just enough. It's like TikTok and having, just enough attention span where it's like, okay, give me something crazy right there. Okay, something crazy right there. Something crazy again. And it's 1 hour and we're done. It's not overstaying its welcome and all. It's not being like 2 hours, not going to 3. It's just right there enough for your attention span to say, hey, what's going to happen? Okay, I'm ready for next week. Pause to see it again and see what's going to continue with the story. So AAA, people have been hating on it. I know shout out to Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer. I know they said they hate it and all, but I think AAA is one of the best things on TV right now. I also wanted to show love real quick. I forgot about this, but let me give them love. The spotlight news for when I get to this Elimination Chamber photo and all that. They actually were the ones that created the graphics, so I just want to give them their credit as well. But going back to this, like I say, El Grande Americano, they cannot have it be a mask versus mask match unless they're going to unmask the OG El Grande Americano. If Chad Gable says I'm done and I want to go back to being Chad Gable, then it should be a mask versus mask, and the new one should win and unmask Chad Gable. But if they're not, and they want Chad Gable to get the victory in America, do not have him unmask Ludwig Kaiser right now. Like, do not do that to him right now. He's going to win the AAA championship. It feels like over there in AAA, they love this guy. He's over, like he's a superstar over there. He's at a point now where you can walk away. It can, if you really want to do something, make it where the loser leaves WWE. You feel what I'm saying? Then Ludwig has to leave the WWE, but he still be on AAA dominating or whatever like that. And then they can do their separate ways or whatever. Do not do it mask versus mask though if you're gonna have Ludwig lose though. But as well, Travis, the OG El Grande Americano out there performing hate crimes and all that, bro. I was dying, man. This dude is ridiculous. But it was an awesome segment. I thought the whole show, like I said, just the general. Shout out to my guy. I keep forgetting his name, Travis. The guy that was used to be in Cruiserweight and all that, 205. What's his name?
TJ Perkins.
TJ Perkins. Jeez, I forgot his name. Yeah, shout out to TJ Perkins doing his thing out there. La Parker, Omos. I'm okay with him losing and all. They made him look like he's going to be just a dominant beast. I wish Triple H had more opportunity from outside of AAA, but I'm glad he got a job over there. He's doing a fantastic job. Omos is handling his business over there. He's the big giant, way better than the Giant Gonzalez or any of them could ever be. So shout out to you over there doing your thing, Omos. And they definitely, you're over there. They respect you is what you're doing. So I don't know why Triple H don't like you though, but that was my basic AAA. Elimination Chamber was trash, just in general. Women's match, I felt like BA the opposite of you. I felt like that was the best match. I wasn't mad at Kiana doing her thing. I knew she was going to go out first. She was thrown in. I think they got to work on her character still. That's the last part. She doesn't get enough pop when she comes out. I think the way she's being presented is like the posh type lady and all that, and I don't know if that really works. But like, you have to establish, I don't know, something's not right. They have to change her gimmick or entrance or something to make her do something. I think it comes because they had her being the mouthpiece for Julia, so they didn't really have this, but they have to change her now that they're going to run with her to do something with that. I thought she did some great spots in the match. I thought she looked good as always doing the thing. I was fine with her going out. Raquel Rodriguez is the truth. Give that lady the world championship at least sooner rather than later. If she's the one taking it off of Liv, I'm perfectly fine with that. Let her, if Liv's going to go and win it, let her be the one to take it off of Liv. I'm perfectly fine with that. The person I wanted to win the match actually won the match. I didn't want Tiffany Stratton to win. I don't want to see Tiffany Stratton versus Jade again. Tiffany got to go take care of herself right now and get her stuff together. I actually think Rhea and Jade will be an incredible match. Actually, I think Rhea will get a great match out of Jade. I don't want Rhea to win though. I think Jade should get her victory over Rhea. That's how you establish it. But I know people are gonna be mad because they haven't had Jade doing a bunch of stuff like in her title reign. But I think a victory over her would be great. I would rather see Jade versus Rhea at this point than Jade versus Charlotte. I'm not really the biggest fan of Charlotte. I think she's getting to that point. Not to knock her for her age and all. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, they gave it to AJ Lee in Chicago. She's the hometown hero, though she's from Jersey. But that's fine. She can't have a title for a long time. She's a part-timer. She go to WrestleMania, Becky gets it back. Or like you say, you can give it to somebody else if you want to. But either way, you get it off of her. That can be a retirement match, to tell you the truth. It probably should be for AJ Lee. Put her career on the line, get her out of there, and give the title back to Becky Lynch. CM Punk, Finn Balor. This match was for nothing. I thought the Judgment Day was going to come out and interfere. Maybe that's going to happen on Monday or whatever like that, and they go off on them for failing, but that should have happened on the actual card. Foolishness. CM Punk came out with the little Jordan thing. CM Punk got to get rid of that title too, bro. He's over the hill, and that's no knock to see. He's it's not like he's still great at promos and like his wrestling game is going down a little bit. His promo game is not the greatest anymore. And his in-ring ability is like he gets gassed damn near as quick as Jey Uso. Go ahead, Bia.
So I'm jumping the gun 100% on this one. But since you brought this up on the CM Punk angle, pause. It's starting to looks like it's going to be some kind of variation of a triple threat / fatal four-way when it comes to Drew's title.
Yeah.
Are we sure that Roman versus CM Punk is the second night? Sunday night?
Yes. It's going to be, but it probably shouldn't be. If people thinking about people think about the old CM Punk
versus the other,
that match going to be trash until the end of the match between Roman and CM Punk. Until the end of the match, it's going to be, but that's the guy. You feel me? That's the WWE backing himself into a corner. That's the guy, Roman Reigns. So you have to give him that spot now. If Cody, like, he won the Royal Rumble and all, but even if it was what was it, Randy and Cody? Say Cody wins on SmackDown because he got a title shot, and Randy against Cody. That's more of a main event than CM Punk and Roman Reigns at this point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, either way, and I'm usually the one to go at Cody and be like, oh, give it to Roman and all that stuff. The way they about to set this up with all this craziness and this unpredictability, this is basically better as far as a, you feel me, second night main event than it will be for this first match. Like, and I'm getting the feeling Roman might not win. And if that happened on the second night, then Yeah. So that would be very disappointing. Yeah, if that was to happen. But to continue, AJ Lee and CM Punk get the title off this dude. Like I said, I'm done. Finn Balor. It's about that time, Travis. I think you've been waiting for this, Travis. So let me do this for your guy, Finn Balor. Yeah, it's about that time. Go get one more championship over there, world title to your name, or you can go to TNA, Finn Balor. At this point, bro, because I think a lot of folks are saying you're not going to hide in the Continental Championship. That's it. You sat there now. It's over. You got put in a sharpshooter, grabbed the ropes. CM Punk took forever to get up, pulled you up, put you on one GTS and put you to sleep, and you were gone. So I'm done with that. Men's Elimination Chamber. Entrance, Trick Williams, they don't even know what to do with this guy entrance still. They just like adding stuff to it. And he's like, whatever you add to it, just gonna work. His like is this trick. It's like, okay, do this trick. Okay, and this as well. Oh, let's change it. Do this. All right. Ridiculous. I think he may have had the biggest pop of the night. That's crazy. I know people saying that Chicago. That's changes guy. When he actually becomes a face, I know they talk about that baby face and heel stuff and all that. I know eventually he's going to become a face. Like even if it's a tweener, he has to be a face covering the title because he's going to be the one on the TV and all that stuff. So that's the definition of a face. I think they should have kept that baby face away. I think people feel a certain way when they hear baby face as far as that, but they're obviously changing that. It's going to eventually happen. I do not like the Logan Paul thing. Javon didn't really even do any spots like we thought we was going to get from him. I didn't like the Logan Paul thing at all. I thought that was trash. Even if it was supposed to be Braun Breaker, got you, understood it. Bronson Reed, bought in. All this stuff has happened over months. They should have changed the story about it. That's a lazy way to go behind it. So if they don't do that, it is what it is. I'm not going to give them credit for it. I'm not going to say, well, I'm not going to believe that it should have been somebody else. It wasn't. Logan Paul shouldn't have did all that. It is what it is. I was even fine. You didn't have to give Logan Paul on victories. You could have had somebody else pin Javon, somebody else pin LA Knight. If you'd have pinned Trick, I'd have been fine with the way he pinned Trick. The way he pinned Trick was actually the way I felt like, okay, I understand this because Cody Rhodes basically took him out. And I don't know if that's a rivalry starting there between Cody and Trick because Cody threw him out of the Royal Rumble now, wanted to throw him out the Elimination Chamber, he said, and now he actually was the reason he got an Elimination Chamber. So it could be a long term, you feel me, storytelling or whatever like that. But I felt like once it got past Cody, Javon, and Trick, I felt like it was a great match. I even said it to UBA in the Discord. Man, this is awesome right now. Once Logan Paul kind of entered the chamber, I felt like stuff changed. I thought the match was trash until it got until the last part with the Seth thing, but everybody knew. And I'm like, hey, what? Surprise. We knew Seth was coming back as that. And then a surprise that Randy Orton won. The two guys that were the favorites to win were Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. What is Triple H talking about? They were literally the odds-on favorite in Vegas and all that. What? Randy won. I'd rather Randy win. I was happy about that over Cody Rhodes, but come on, it's a huge surprise. And also, before I get off the main event and all, shout out to this guy right here for Travis. Send him away, bro. It's over. It is over. Max Dupree is all elite, bro. That was embarrassing, Travis. And you know the microscope is on him, man. That's the thing about it. Like Unreal, what is set up for him is that now people pay attention to everything he do because Triple H broke the kayfabe and talked about he got reprimanded and all behind the stage, you know. So now all you thought about when you saw that was, damn, when he get backstage, Triple H going to reprimand his ass and all. Be like, damn, he did some crazy stuff. So you gotta get it together, LA Knight. Like you said, BA, maybe just go to the second rope and do it. Jump from the mat to the second rope or something. Maybe do that. I don't know, bro. Just jump like you did when you improvise and drop. That'll work or whatever. So change your game up and do something. And last but not least on that one, that tip, man, Dan Houser thing. Was it Dan Housen? I'm sorry. Thing or whatever. I was calling him Doogie Howser and all that before. But yeah, I don't know. I think he can come back from this because he's not going to be a main event guy. Allegedly, he's going to be a comedic mid-card guy and all that. But this was ugly. You built this up. You could put it in the chamber like it was a big surprise. Everybody was thinking about Jericho and all. And you set this guy up to fail by putting him in that spot. Like, that's on you. And you could have, like people say, introduced him on NXT, introduced him on Raw, introduced him when you have them dumb, goofy segments on SmackDown and all that stuff. But you put him on Elimination Chamber. So people started booing. It was what it was. And for you guys to always talk about, shout out to Cody. He follows the show on Twitter, I say all the time. But for you guys to always talk about between Cody and Triple H, that you guys pay attention to what the fans say and you run to see social media say, all this stuff seems like it's simple stuff that I see all the fans. If you go down Twitter, you just go to trending topics. They're saying some of the simple stuff, and it's like if you're paying attention, well, how don't you see it? But that's all I got to say about that, yo. I'm giving the week, like I said, a D completely. I wanted to give it an F, but I'm gonna go with a D. But Travis, man, let the people know,
Yes, sir.
what all of this beautiful information was brought to them by.
By the good people at Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Shout out to Fanatics. If you want to help the channel out, please use that QR code or follow that link. Shout out to my babe Queen. She just brought a couple shirts off of there. She just bought, a couple shirts off of there. She got a Javon Evans shirt for herself and got myself the new Obafemi shirt, so the ruler shirt. So those should be coming soon. That should be pretty cool. She supported the channel as well, so we support ourselves. But if you have any questions or comments, please hit us up with the @WTC so we can get to you at the end of the show. We would love to talk to you anything. Elimination Chamber, how did you feel about it? Was it trash the whole week of WWE product and all that? But before we do that, shout out to my guy BA down there, mi amigo again, rocking the We Talk Combat shirt in the Nation of Domination colors. Check out our merch one more time. Once more, that is our merchandise shop. The link is not available posted yet. I'm gonna do it pretty soon. I might as well just drop it probably after this video. But if you're interested in any of our merch or anything, hit us up on any of our socials or send us an email, and so we'll send you the link to whatever shirt you're interested in, and you can go over there and support the channel. Shout out to Babe again. Hooked us up with a what do we get? The We Talk Combats TNA looking shirt, and also the NWO red and black shirt she got. So shout out to that. And shout out to BA as well. Now we just wait for Travis to get his shirt. Shout out to Cuz for getting his shirt as well. I believe Rel getting his too. But yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Damn, I apologize. But other than that, y'all, let's get to the questions and comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Hey, shout out to our guy DDP and True Classic. And we got a couple comments real quick. That first said the women's match was much better. I agree. BA does not. He also, I'm sorry. What is this? Guxia says AJ Lee is overrated. I mean, I think that as well, but to each their own. I think she got over by, like I say, just basically copying what CM Punk did. I don't think she was at that level before that promo, and I think she basically just did what her husband-to-be did, and everybody jumped over it. And I'm like, I felt like it was boring because it was, I felt like it was kind of phony because it was the same exact thing, kind of in a different way. It wasn't anything different, but I mean, other people loved it, so it is what it is, and they put her over as far as being something different. So. And he lastly says, Thad says, Oba should definitely stay, I guess, saying tweener, not a face or a heel. I agree. I think him and Trick should both stay tweeners.
Agree.
And Javon more the baby face. Javon gonna be a new generation. Like kids and all gonna love Javon if he can stay healthy. They gonna love Javon, man. They already are, but they gonna love that guy. The way he out there talking, I'll finish this up. Bro, he out there wrestling like he Peter Parker, bro. Like he out there, with Trick doing moves, throwing him against the rope, calling him dumbass, bouncing off, like the way he talked. Like it's just, he breaking the fourth wall and talking to you while he doing it and all. And I just like they don't understand his character, but that dude awesome, bro. He just got to stay healthy because he's a phenom. For him to be that tall and all that stuff, and to be that athletic and do what he does, it's just a lot of limbs, and I worry about him. But he get it together, bro. Javon got one. He's a special one. But anything else y'all want to say about in the show? Oliver?
No,
No.
I ain't got nothing else.
Hold on.
Once
I'll meet you. Go ahead, BA. I hear you. I'm sorry.
Once again, I want to thank the panel and the family out there. The reason why we didn't start at our normal start time was because of me. And my prior obligations, my baby's birthday. And they allowed me some time to come back home safely and then show off the merchandise too, pause. So I appreciate that from everybody.
Yes, sir, man. Travis, Queen. Oh, Queen, you want to say something? Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to shout out not only I think we got 210 people in our Discord, and we have 256 subscribers over here. As mentioned, I do want to try and do a short giveaway from when we hit 300. And for Elimination Chamber, we had 560 viewers over the course of the evening. So appreciate that as well. And y'all coming in, throwing a like on it, that's awesome. As King already said, yeah, we do show basically Monday through Friday, unless there's a PLE on a Saturday. I mean, sorry, Muy Grande African Americano. Thank him, I guess. But we do the products basically Monday through Friday and Saturday or Sunday if there's a PLE on either of the days. But yeah, if y'all just pop in there towards the evening and all that stuff, usually we got something going. So
you done
tomorrow
said
we'll be
everything
showing Raw and
That's
so on
it?
and so
I thought
forth.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. I thought you might
Yeah, I
have
think that's
more to say.
basically. I was gonna say that. Oh, my one thing I want to say too is that I see that they all try and basically have Jade drop her title to Rhea, and that irritates me. I meant to throw that in my little take earlier because that's why they haven't had her really fighting nobody that's gonna possibly take it away. They want her to drop it to Jade. I mean, drop it to Rhea. That's lame as hell. But that was it.
It may be, but appreciate you, babe. Appreciate you, Travis. Appreciate you, BA. Hey, this is King for the rest of those guys. This is We Talk Combats, guys. We appreciate you guys so much. Oh, actually, hold on real quick. I'm forgetting to do my part. I'm tripping. I'm like a rookie out here. I'm green. Do us a favor, y'all. Hit it, like, subscribe, all that mumbo jumbo. The like button should be somewhere near BA's left shoulder down there. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell as well while you're at it. Check out our merch, everything else. We appreciate all the love and support, y'all. This has been awesome. Us growing together. We're almost one season down, one whole year. We appreciate you guys. Let's see. No problem, Thad. Appreciate you, man. Real talk.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, y'all, we do other channels as well. Shout out to Glow Sun Production, the channel that we're under. If you like other things, you can follow my guy BA along with the rest of the 695 crew as they talk about sports and all other stuff on Get Off the Damn Fence every Wednesday evening. Check them out. Go subscribe to their channel, like their videos as well if you could. Also, BA and I'm showing off again, but with our guy Rel, Big J, and Will on Cuz We Geek, where they talk about all things in geek culture and comic books and movies and television. So check them out. They do shows Tuesday evenings and Saturday mornings. Check out my guy Travis. He's going to be dropping some more skits. He's going to try to start doing that on TikTok and Instagram and start dropping that kind of stuff. Check out Queen. She's the master of everything. She's trying to drop maybe a song, actual lyrics for our intro and all that type of stuff. She does a whole bunch of things to check out on her socials and all that type of stuff. Also, she does streaming for gaming and all that.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was on the back burner while I was updating the computer.
Yep, check her out as well. Also, NBA season is hot right now. We're getting towards the playoffs. We're like 3/4 through the season almost. So check us out on Cap and Crown, myself and Rel. We talk all things NBA, old school and new school. Check us out. We do shows Monday evenings, Wednesday evenings, and Friday mornings for members. Well, for everybody, but members get to comment and help us get to our next goal of 5,000 subscribers over there if you could. But for all that, y'all, again, I'm King for Queen, Travis, and BA. We Talk Combats, the blackest, best, and brightest combat review show there is anywhere, not just YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you find us. We are that. We Talk Combats again. We talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We'll see y'all next week. Same combat time, same combat channel. Join us tomorrow though for Raw if you want to be a part of the watch along in Discord or on YouTube. We out, y'all. It's a good one. Peace.